You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. Now, folks, many people have been speaking out, including George Floyd's family as well as his friends. Joining us right now is Corey Paul, Reconcile, Nijalon, and PT. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us on Roland Martin Unfiltered.
Thank you for having us, brother.
First of all, George Floyd graduated from Jack Yates High School, same school that I graduated from in Houston, in 3rd Ward there. Corey, you've released several different videos talking about how involved he was in the community and the issues he cared about. Yeah,
so when we came into 3rd Ward as community outreach, as trying to be a change in community and serve, we came as visitors. George is from 3rd Ward. He's 3rd Ward through and through. And he was already advocating and supporting and giving love for, in that community for change. So George welcomed us in, Floyd welcomed us in, and we couldn't have done anything that we did through explicitly preaching the gospel and connecting with community. We couldn't have done it without Floyd. He was legitimately our person of peace.
Nijalon, PT.
Yes, sir.
Talk about Floyd. Talk about his impact and what he meant to you as a friend.
Man, we met Floyd 2010. We were in 3rd Ward, we're a church in 3rd Ward, trying to reach, and you know about this, CUNY Homes.
Oh, yeah.
Housing projects specifically. And so, man, we put on this concert called Hope for the Tray, and we were trying to solicit people to come out. So we were literally in the neighborhood giving out flyers. And so when the day of the event comes, him and another guy, we see them in the back. Man, Big Floyd is like unmistakable. We see him, we like, yo, they came. We ran up to him, started talking to him, and just started to build a relationship from there. And so we've had a relationship with him for almost 10 years. And so he was literally our gateway, our big homie, our OG to get us into the neighborhood, coming from neighborhoods like that, man, you understand you need a stamp to you can't just throw events. You can't just do what you want to do. And so he literally opened up his home and gave us the opportunity, man, to reach some people in the neighborhood. There's a story that Reconcile would have shared with you if he was on. But literally, man, we used to have church services fifth Sundays on the basketball court. And so you know how that is. We have to bring all our equipment out.
Right.
And so, man, he helped us to bring equipment out, helped us to baptize folk out there, and really connected us to people in the neighborhood we wouldn't have access to if it wasn't for him. And just to see his progression, he went to Minnesota to be discipled, was part of a church work program, and was getting his certification to drive trucks, man. And so, when we hear this narrative, we're like, man, none of that is true.
No.
Nobody leaves 3rd Ward, Houston, Texas, to go to Minnesota for any other reason other to change their life, man.
Well, for folks who don't understand, again, y'all keep hearing them refer to 3rd Ward, Texas, and that's in Houston. But the folks who are from 3rd Ward, who went to school from 3rd Ward, see it as its whole other country, a whole other city. So that's why y'all hear that phrase, 3rd Ward, Texas. Again, that's where Jack Yates High School is, Texas Southern University is, University of Houston. They try to call it something else, but that's actually where it is. And so it really is the epicenter of black culture historically in the city of Houston. How long was he in Minneapolis?
He left and he went up there, I believe, early 2017.
And so, and was there obviously for the last 3 years. The news conference with the FBI officials are still going on, and obviously, folks are talking about this here. And what do the three of you want people to know about him, that no matter what folks try to smear his name, what do you want them to know that was most important about him?
Yeah, I think so. So one of the biggest things is, Floyd was an advocate of change. The reason why he ushered us in the way that he did was because he wanted to see his neighborhood change. He wanted to see Third Ward radically changed. He wanted to see CUNY homes radically changed. And you know how it is, Roland. Anytime you go into somebody's territory, you need to get a pass. Floyd basically gave us an endorsement deal to where we can go in the middle of the housing projects and set up tables and chairs. And so I want people to know that he embraced us and brought us in because he wanted to see change in his neighborhood. One of the reasons why he left to go to Minnesota was because he wanted to see change in his life. He understood that it wasn't too late for him to make the right decisions and to make a change. He's from Third Ward. He's 46, I'm 26. And when I moved to Houston, he put his arm around me. He embraced me. He believed that God could change hearts, and he believed that God could change Third Ward, and he empowered us to do so.
Anyone else?
Yep. Yeah, so I know for me, I vividly remember meeting Floyd. And so as PT was saying, we put on concerts, myself, my brother Reconcile, we rap. And so we would go through, we were doing ministry in Third Ward. So, we wanted to, really be a part of the community. And so I remember Floyd telling us, like, man, I love what y'all doing. He said, if it's about God business, then it's about my business. So wherever you go, whatever you want to do, you good. You let them know that Floyd said you good. And understanding what that meant was powerful. And so I don't think people understand truly. We talk about the change we want to see in communities. We talk about the need for leaders and advocates. What they don't understand is they murdered a leader of culture in that community. When Floyd said something, or when Floyd communicated something, you can't replace that. When you from the areas that we from, it's not just because it's something that's said, it's who said what is going forward. And so Floyd had that the respect, and all of his respect was gained through the love and the sacrifice. So what they don't understand is the change that you would hope to see. He was the walking, living example of that, and everything that he embodied. Everything he embodied is what we should all be striving for when it comes to just genuine love and embracing people.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Luke chapter 10. This is how I look at Floyd. He says, man, for those of us who are going into these neighborhoods and trying to do community development, carry no money bag, no knapsack, no sandals, and greet no one on the road. Whatever house you enter, first say, peace be to this house. And if a son of peace is there, your peace will rest upon him. Man, George Floyd was a son of peace that God sent. And man, the tragedy is people think that they've merely crucified just another black man. But man, in the line of innocent sufferers, all the way from Abel, all the way to Jesus Christ, man, he is an innocent sufferer whose blood, man, was shed. And I think God hears it. And I think God is going to use this to redeem some people from these neighborhoods, man. And I just want people to understand, man, it wasn't just anybody. That was a son of peace from God.
Well, gentlemen, we certainly wanted you to have an opportunity to share your thoughts with regards to George Floyd, to share a part of a story that other people may not be aware of, which is one of the reasons why we created this platform. And he, of course, he was starting tight end on the football team there. Played in the state championship game against Temple in 1992. One of the folks with the Houston Chronicle reached out to me and told me that, and then it was crazy because I was actually at that game that took place in Glen, watching that game. Been a 1987 graduate of Jack Yates High School, and so we certainly thank all three of you for being with us, and we'll be covering this story to see where it goes. Last question, I will say this here. You heard the FBI folks talking, and other people have been talking about these protests. They've been complaining about what happened at the Target store there. You got people who are saying, oh, this is a shame. What would the three of you say to the people who are protesting, whether it's the folks who are peacefully protesting or those who have not? What would you say to the folks that are protesting in Minneapolis? What would Floyd say to them?
Nijalon?
And I think he would first off say, man, I get it. I understand it. The people who are protesting, they're not protesting because one person was lynched in the middle of the street on camera. This has been going on for years and years and years. And so I think in any protest, man, you usually have two types of people. You have people who are just looking for something to do. But then you also have people who are genuinely there, who are genuinely invested into it. And so I think Floyd would start off by saying, I understand. The same way that he put his arm around me and embraced me to fight for change in Third Ward, he will put his hand around every protester and say, walk as far as you feel like you need to walk, but fight for change, strategize. Walk in wisdom, and so that's what we'll continue to do. You can burn down, one police department station. Taxpayer dollars are going to pay for that. They'll build another one. Build something. Be a part of the change. If you want to be a radical, be a part of radical change. Invest in yourself. Invest in your community, and that's exactly what Floyd did.
All right, then. So appreciate it. Gentlemen, thanks a lot.
Thank you, Roland. Thank you for having us, King.
All right, folks. Thank you so very much.
All right, folks. Back to that Roland Mark Unfiltered video in just 1 month.
Folks, we are unapologetic in supporting black businesses, and the folks at Ceek.com have a couple of great products. First off, this is their virtual reality headset. Mary Spio is a sister. She's from Ghana who created this. She is, of course, the inventor. And so what happens is you take your phone, and if you want to be able to watch this, there are like 360-degree videos on YouTube or even on their site, Ceek.com. And so what happens is you just simply slide this right into the tray and then close this up, and then you're able to put this in and see the content in 360 degrees. So whatever shot, let's say the camera was here, you can literally see all of this here and then see what's all behind me and around me. It's a really, really great video. We're actually working on one right now so y'all can actually see the whole studio here. We have the Roland Martin Unfiltered so you can go to Ceek.com for the virtual reality headset. But they also have these really cool 4D 360-degree sound headphones. And so what's great about these is that, first off, the sound is unbelievable, and the sound literally goes all around the head. Gamers really love this as well. So they have a detachable microphone that you can use for gamers, which is great. They're Bluetooth, plus they're also wired. And again, a sister, she's actually the creator of these. She's an innovator. And so here's the website. Pull up the graphic, please. Ceek.com, Ceek.com. And we have a code for y'all that y'all can use. And that is RMVIP2020. RMVIP2020. Use that code to be able to get these headphones. So again, go to Ceek.com, Ceek.com. And so support black-owned businesses.